At 1:30 in the morning, the Huangcan graves in the western suburbs outside Wujiang City were chaotic. With a flashlight in one hand and a mobile phone in the other, the teenager hobbled among the half-human grass. "Everyone, this is a chaotic grave. It is said that a group of bandits built a village here 130 years ago. Later, they were killed by a group of chivalrous men. Their bodies were buried in this place wrapped in straw mats. It was gloomy at night. It's gone." Zhang Le swiped this tweet at random, wiped his sweat, and muttered to himself on the phone. People who didn't know would think he was mentally ill when he saw the situation. Zhang Le is an outdoor anchor, and his daily task is to go out live broadcasts to bring netizens something different from ordinary live broadcasts. To be an anchor in this industry, you have to be affiliated with a company behind it, otherwise it is difficult for a person to stand alone. Zhang Le joined a company called Huanding Media. Since he has no special expertise, in order to allow Zhang Le to do something, the company arranged for him a major direction for live broadcasts. That is going out to explore. What a haunted school, a haunted basement, a haunted abandoned building. Zhang Le has not known how many places he has explored in the past year, but the heat of the live broadcast room has been tepid, and the income is barely enough for food and clothing. Tonight's live broadcast mission remains the same. A local water friend recommended the adventure place Huangcan for him, saying that as long as Zhang Legan stays alone for one night, he will send a rocket. No, he has to come and see what he says for the rockets. There is an uninhabited village near Luan Cemetery, called Huangcan. A few decades ago, there were dozens of households living in this village. Later, I don't know why it gradually disappeared. However, this has brought the breeding ground for weird rumors, making Huangcan's chaotic graveyard a lot of horror stories. Zhang Le's live broadcast room is inherently small, and every water friend who gives him a barrage is an important resource. Seeing this group of people say this, Zhang Le naturally cannot refuse or pretend to be invisible, otherwise these water friends very likely to leave the live broadcast room. Gritting his teeth, Zhang Le immediately walked towards a nearby grave. "Of course it's okay. This one says you want a reward of 10 yuan. I can write down your ID. Later, if you don't give a reward, I will give you a forbidden set meal." Zhang Le pushed away from the road ahead. The bushes walked to the front of the grave in a short while. Accounting personal information. Suddenly a piece of data appeared in front of Zhang Le, who was planning to find the grave bag with a flashlight. Zhang Le, 1 Explore.0, None Hui. Zhang Le was taken aback. The system. In today's era, who doesn't know that Goldfinger and Grandpa are first-rate? There is no doubt that he was lucky by accident. However, this system seems a bit crude. At this time, Zhang Le happened to be in front of the grave bag. He aimed the light of the flashlight and the cell phone at the grave bag to satisfy the group of water friends in his live broadcast room who were taking pleasure in it. In front of Zhang Le's eyes, information related to this grave bag suddenly appeared. Zhang Le suddenly realized that this is how the exploration point came. It would be too easy. Taking advantage of the time when the water friends in the live broadcast room were sending barrage, he quickly got acquainted with his own system and understood everything in a short while. Discovery points can be used to buy things in the mall. There are many kinds of things in the mall, and everything is available. Mayan treasure map, Atlantis treasure map, Qin tomb treasure map, Pharaoh treasure map. Physical strengthening medicine, strength strengthening medicine, speed strengthening medicine, balance strengthening medicine. Globally networked annunciator, single-person aircraft, 10,000 meter submarine. As long as you have enough exploration points, you can buy them, and as your level increases, there will be more and more products open in the mall. Then I can do outdoor live broadcasts and harvest exploration points at the same time. With these things in the mall, it is not a dream to become an outdoor live broadcaster. I can even go abroad to live broadcast, like Baylord. They are challenging the terrible places of the world. Zhang Li has a crazy explosion in his brain, and he has initially thought about his future plans. Looking at the screen showing that someone was rewarding 10 yuan, Zhang Li smiled and said, "Thank you, go, I will take you to the haunted Huangkan now. Friends who have not joined my fan club, hurry up. Follow me, wonderful outdoor adventures are indispensable, which will open your eyes. Yes, there will be opportunities, don't worry, I will take you to open your eyes when you click follow this month." Zhang Li said. This water friend's words are a good suggestion. House 91 is one of the top 10 haunted houses in the country. It is very well known on the internet and is a seed player in major supernatural forums. There are many stories about it. If you can go to this place to broadcast live, maybe you can really give yourself a wave of enthusiasm. Going all the way to Huangkan, when he finds any grave bag on the way, Zhang Li will lean over to observe one or two, and gain exploration points and experience points. He also figured it out. Only those things with historical value will contribute exploration points, such as antiques, old houses and the like a tree, a stone or a trash, will not appear. Explore the point. When he came outside the entrance of the dilapidated Huangkan, Zhang Li had successfully harvested 10 exploration points. Looking at the dark streets inside Huangkan, the night breeze can't help making people feel a little creepy, and Zhang Li feels inexplicably frustrated, and hastily opened the mall to prepare for a wave of shopping and buy something to defend himself. If you really encounter any danger, you can save your life. Opposite the door in the hall are 2 staircases that curve right and left and go straight up to the 2nd floor. A crumbling chandelier is still hung on the ceiling with weather-beaten conditions, but it may fall off at any time. The carpet on the floor has long been decayed due to time. The dried corpses of several mice were scattered on the floor of the hall, silently exuding a strange atmosphere. Zhang Li looked at the back of the door. The figure just appeared from here. When the flashlight shone on the ground behind the door, Zhang Li's expression suddenly changed. In the large dust, there are 2 clear footprints that are extremely eye-catching. The one who just hid here turned out to be an individual. In the middle of the night, why would anyone show up in this broken mansion in Huangkan? If it was really unclean, Zhang Li would still be a little scared, but after knowing that the other party was a person, he immediately relaxed in his heart. Everyone, there are footprints here. The shadow just now should not be a ghost, but a human. The sneaky hiding in this broken building this night is definitely weird. Since we have met, we will go over and investigate. Zhang Li said the footprints that pointed the phone at the ground. Seeing those 2 clear footprints, the enthusiasm in the live broadcast room continued to increase. In this society where per capita resources have been saturated, things such as windfall wealth and overnight wealth are the most capable of stimulating adrenaline. What's more, treasures have always been the longing in everyone's heart, who had never thought of going to treasure hunting when they were young. Your kid is quite strong. The man clutched the place where Zhang Li punched him. Boy, I have searched the whole house. There is nothing special about it, you are considered to be in vain. Sorry, big brother, I saw you suddenly rushed out, thinking it was a bad person, so you took a little harder. Zhang Li put down the flashlight, took a cigarette from his pocket and handed it to the other party, but I really didn't do it for some treasure. Here, I don't know what treasure this is. Brother, can you tell me more about this treasure? Hey, what can be said, isn't that something? The man has a good personality. Although he received a punch from Zhang Li, he was still sincere when he saw Zhang Li's apology, and he was exposed when he took the cigarette. But instead of smoking the cigarette Zhang Li gave him, he took the cigarette out of his pocket and smoked it leisurely. This place was called Huang Mansion decades ago. It was lived by a wealthy couple surnamed Huang. Everyone knows that they have returned from overseas. There is a safe in the mansion that stores a lot of oceans and gold bars. Among them, the most valuable is a jade sculpture named Bai Yatong. It is said that this jade sculpture is a collection in the palace. Lian Cheng was stolen from the palace and sold to the two surnamed Huang. One day later, the bandits from Hefengjai went to Huangkan and ransacked the Yellow Mansion and killed dozens of lives in the mansion. They were doing it for the safe of the Yellow Mansion. What is strange is that all the bandits in Hefengjai searched for it. I found the safe in the entire Huang Mansion without finding the whereabouts of the safe. At this time, until a group of knights extinguished Hefengjai, there was no more to follow, but some people kept saying that the safe must still be somewhere in the Yellow Mansion, which became a legend. Yet, after entering the door, Zhang Le never paid much attention to this big chandelier, and even deliberately stayed away some distance because of fear that it would suddenly fall and hit him. But when the system prompt appeared, Zhang Le realized that this light seemed to be something wrong. "Boy, if you are still interested in that treasure, just continue to look for it here, I'm going to go back to sleep." Chen Bohan yawned, waved, and walked out of the gate of the Yellow Mansion, as if leaving here. Zhang Le did not tell him what he had discovered about the chandelier. After Chen Bohan's figure gradually disappeared outside the Huang Mansion, Zhang Le walked towards the chandelier. Zhang Le put his mobile phone on a pole where he could be photographed, and then moved a broken table in the hall under the chandelier. The chandelier was at least about 3 meters above the ground. This table was 1 meter, and the rest of Zhang Le relied on his athletes. His physique is enough to touch the chandelier by bounce. Under the gaze of everyone in the live broadcast room, Zhang Le stepped on the table and leaped high. The whole person reached out and grabbed the dilapidated chandelier. Click! In an instant, the sound as if the gears were being turned quickly sounded, and the chandelier quickly dropped to the ground, and a chain that had been rusted for many years was directly exposed at the part where the root and the ceiling were connected. When there was still about 30 centimeters from the ground, the iron chain grabbed the chandelier in time so that the chandelier would not hit the ground. The dust was rolling. Zhang Le quickly covered his mouth and nose to prevent inhalation of the dust. I saw that the originally carpeted floor suddenly revealed a dark hole, and below it was a staircase leading to nowhere. "I go?" the agency secretly said. "Can it be said that there is really a treasure?" which stimulates the excitement. Taking the phone back and looking at the chaotic barrage of the live broadcast room, Zhang Le smiled and said, "How could I have an inside story? It's just that the other iron products in this house are decayed to the point of decay. Only this lamp is still preserved. Yes, there is no sign of sinking at all, so I want to grab a try." Pointing the flashlight at the invisible underground stairs, let him go down and explore without any protective measures. Zhang Le still feels a little bit embarrassed in his heart, so he immediately opened the mall and prepared to use the one he had just obtained. Explore the spot for another wave of shopping. Gas mask, night vision device, rubber gloves, rubber jacket. These things that you can buy on the market are very cheap in the mall. Even if Zhang Le doesn't have many exploration points, you can buy a set. As long as you don't point your mobile phone camera at yourself, the water friends in the live broadcast room will not find out. To Zhang Li's extra outfit out of thin air. After he was dressed neatly, he then walked down the stairs. This is a dark underground passage, and the walls on both sides of the road are equipped with electric lights of decades ago, but due to disrepair, these lamps have long been out of use. Everyone, no wonder the group of bandits couldn't find the safe in Huang Mansion back then. I really couldn't find it without any luck in this place. Zhang Le smiled and pointed his mobile phone around so that the water friends could experience it with their own eyes. This mysterious secret road that has been sealed for many years. After walking for about 10 meters, the field of vision in front of him suddenly became wider, and Zhang Le had already arrived in a room with quite exquisite craftsmanship. What is shocking is that there are a large number of old-fashioned electronic instruments in this room, all of which are red, green, and green round buttons and small screens, which look like a secret laboratory. On several tables, there are still many dusty portfolios, as well as Mauser pistols and a bunch of keys chained on iron rings. Since it is now late at night, no one is awake except the night owl. otherwise it will be discovered by Zhang Le that the heat of the live broadcast room will definitely rise a lot. Reached out and picked up a file bag and opened it. As it was well preserved, the paper inside was not affected in any way. Zhang Le took out a few sheets to check it and saw that all it was written on was Japanese, with some accompanying pictures. Japanese. Zhang Le was surprised. Are there any Japanese-speaking friends in the live broadcast room? Help me translate. Mia Jiang is a third-rate anchor of Tiger Shark TV. Japanese college students who have just graduated usually sing online and sell cute as their main program. Because of their good personality, they also attract a group of fans. Since she is not a major anchor, the live broadcast time period she chooses starts at 10:11, and often will not be broadcast until 3 or 4 in the morning, in order to stagger the traffic competition with the major anchor. As usual tonight, the water friends in the live broadcast room are chatting with her daily, exchanging some recent news. Just when Mia Jiang was about to sing another song to invigorate the atmosphere in the live broadcast room, a group of tourist ID suddenly swarmed into her live broadcast room, and the screen immediately began to appear. This group of propaganda barrage instantly occupied the rhythm of the entire live broadcast room, making Miao Jiang stunned on the spot, and the housekeeper was even too late to mute. Going to other live broadcast rooms to promote this kind of thing is actually very immoral. From being scolded at the slightest, it brings the rhythm and triggers a battle between fans on both sides. Any anchor does not like someone to come to his live broadcast room to drain the stream. This is purely a loss of money. But fortunately, Mia Jiang not only looks good, but also has a very good personality. She was not angry, but curiously copied the number 217-7001 of the live broadcast room and clicked it in the search bar. It seems very interesting, then I will take you to take a round of the room together. Looking at the dark picture in the live broadcast room, there is only one light from a flashlight that is the only light source in the audience. Miao Jiang quickly took a blanket from the side and wrapped her whole body, only showing a small face. Looking cowardly staring at the screen looks very cute, and she immediately received a lot of praise. In addition to Mia Jiang, there are also many live broadcast rooms that have been spontaneously promoted by water friends in Zhang Le live broadcast room at the same time. However, some anchors directly muttered in a disgusting manner, and by the way scolded a wave of such behavior. Some anchors are like Miao Sauce. Click into Zhang Li's live broadcast room to watch. Anyway, it was almost 2 o'clock in the morning. Everyone was very tired, and the anchor had very little thoughts about the program. It would be better to take your own friends to check the room and see what other people's adventures are interesting. Zhang Le didn't know it. In just such a short while, the number of viewers in his live broadcast room had soared from tens to hundreds, and there were even anchors. When Mia Jiang entered the Zhang Le live broadcast room, she happened to hear that Zhang Le was asking about Japanese. This is the specialty of Mia Jiang. She immediately checked the Japanese that Zhang Le had taken with her mobile phone. However, the more I watched, the more I was frightened. Miao Jiang's expression also changed significantly. These Japanese texts are actually related to biological experiments. The owner of the Huang mansion is a Japanese spy who came to the remote place of Huang village to settle down purely for the convenience of building a secret laboratory by himself and using the local villagers as experimental subjects. Zhang Le didn't give much information on the paper, so Miao Jiang quickly typed out the content she translated in the live broadcast room to convey it to Zhang Le. Seeing that there are actually Japanese-speaking friends in the live broadcast room, Zhang Le quickly took more files with his mobile phone for the other party to translate. The atmosphere in the whole live broadcast room was extremely hot, and everyone seemed to be immersed in peace. Zhang Le explored in Huangkan. Regardless of everyone's expectations, Mia Jiang quickly translated all the files. The amount of information recorded on it is so huge that people can't help but be dumbfounded when they learn the truth. It turned out that the owner of the Huang mansion was a Japanese spy with a high military rank. A few decades ago, he brought a group of men down to the remote Huang village to secretly establish a biological laboratory, which specializes in human body mutation. Many ordinary people were arrested for experimentation, and the final result was either dead or becoming a kind of person, not ghost, which was very different from the planned goal of the owner of the Huang mansion. He imprisoned these monsters in the underground dungeon of the Yellow Mansion, intending to use them as biological weapons. This room is the information transmission station of the owner of the Huang mansion, and he passed his research progress to his superiors by telegram. However, he never thought that with the appearance of the bandits in Hefengjai, he gave this secret Japanese stronghold to a nest by chance, and none of them survived. As a result, the Institute of Biology was completely abandoned, and no one cares about it. But tonight, it was rediscovered by Zhang Liqi and exposed in front of everyone. This can be described as a blockbuster. I didn't care what the barrage was saying, but Miao Miao Jiang's translation made Zhang Li notice a little bit. That is, there is a dungeon in the underground of Huang Mansion that is specially used to hold creatures that failed experiments and turned into monsters. After so many years, those monsters should be dead. Thinking of the mission that the system had issued to him, Zhang Li couldn't help linking these two things together. Is there any connection between the two? As the only clue right now, finding that dungeon is undoubtedly a top priority. Okay, this place is of no value. I'll go to see other places. Zhang Li reinstalled all the files back to the original flavor, took the pile of keys, and returned to the hall along the same path. The indoor area of the Huang Mansion is very large. Before Zhang Li came, many people had explored here, but they had never heard of anyone who found any major discoveries. Therefore, the secret of the dungeon must have not been discovered yet, and Zhang Li immediately wandered around the Huang Mansion with a flashlight. Half an hour later, an Amaterasu statue inlaid on the wall on the second floor attracted his attention. Obviously, this statue is the same as the chandelier. There are some problems. Zhang Li immediately started to fumble around on the statue. When the people in the live room saw this posture, they knew that Zhang Li must have discovered something again. They couldn't help but stared wide, waiting for new surprises to happen. Soon, Zhang Li found a keyhole in a corner of the statue that was not easily noticed. At this time, the many keys he had just taken out of the secret room came into play. As Zhang Li tried it, he finally succeeded in the 47th attempt and moved the lock cylinder. With a click, the statue loosened in an instant, and Zhang Li pulled it gently, and the wall suddenly opened slowly like a door, revealing the appearance behind the wall. It was actually a very old version of the vertical elevator, which is now called the elevator. This is undoubtedly another major discovery. Only then did people know that there are actually many institutions inside the Huang Mansion, hiding many unknown secrets. This wave is okay, and friends who find it interesting come to Poland for free rewards. It's not worth the hard work I did tonight. Looking at the elevator that I don't know if I can start it, Zhang Li faced him. The phone smiled. Zhang Li smiled helplessly. It's really difficult for a small anchor like him to make money by rewards, but fortunately, he is also used to it. With the help of the system in the future, he will definitely not worry about making money by doing live broadcasts. Entering the elevator, Zhang Li immediately fiddled with the buttons and control handles on the elevator dashboard. As a green light came on, the entire elevator shook, and the two rolling doors slowly merged, and the entire elevator car slowly moved downwards. Landed away. People never thought that after decades, the elevator still had power, and the atmosphere on the scene suddenly became tense. Where will be under the elevator? Is the dungeon? Did those monsters still exist? An atmosphere that was even more exciting than watching a suspense film instantly permeated the live broadcast room, and the number of people online in the live broadcast room had exceeded the 2,000 mark. It is already 2:30 in the morning, and 2,000 people can watch it online. The popularity is no longer inferior to the second-rate anchor. Under the expectation of everyone, the elevator finally stopped, and as the two rolling doors opened, a musty smell that had been deposited for many years instantly rushed to the face. Fortunately, Zhang Liu was wearing a gas mask and was not worried that he would be affected, so he immediately took a flashlight and walked out. It was pitch black outside the elevator and extremely quiet. Zhang Li could not hear anything except the sound of his own breathing. Some iron chains, handcuffs, instruments of torture and the like can be seen where the light of the flashlight shines. Obviously, this is the dungeon that was built by the owner of the Huang mansion. Those who have failed the experiment and become monsters are kept here. Mum. Outside Huangkan, a large number of vehicles with police printed on their doors arrived one after another, and the horns sounded extremely harsh in the early morning and night. The two grey-haired old men got out of the car and looked at Huang village and couldn't help but sigh, it's really a misstep. This small village has such a past. We didn't discover it. Instead, we found out only by the online anchor. This matter. There is no way, who would have thought that this small village hides this kind of historical dirt? When Zhang Li walked out of Huangkan, he saw a large number of detectives greeted with guns, rushing to the Huang mansion in a targeted manner, and surrounded it. No one cares about the early morning live broadcast, because most of the people have already fallen asleep, but Zhang Li's live broadcast tonight is too exciting, which attracts many people, including agents. Two major experts in this city got up overnight and immediately took a special car to Huangkan, intending to estimate the danger value of the Huang mansion on the surface and the secret research institute behind the scenes. When Japanese people set up laboratories here to do experiments, it is bound to accumulate a lot of dangerous raw materials. Because of the looting of Hefeng Jai, these raw materials must have no one to deal with. Very huge. Zhang Li put all the outfits he bought from the mall into his bag. He was not surprised that these agents came so quickly, because this was the efficiency they should have. The two grey-haired old men walked to Zhang Li with a smile, and looked at him with satisfaction. Young man, thank you for your hard work tonight, otherwise Huangkan may not have been discovered for many years. You have worked hard. Zhang Feng stretched out his hand to shake hands with Zhang Li, and said excitedly. This person, Zhang Li, has been seen on TV programs in this city. He is a very famous biological expert and the winner of the Nobel Prize in Biology last year. The other old man is the director of the only virus research institute in the country. A person like this is so powerful that he never sees the end and never sees each other. Now they came two in front of Zhang Li, which shows that they attach great importance to the Japanese laboratory of Huang mansion. Luck. Actually, I didn't do anything. It was just a coincidence. Zhang Li straightened out his messy hair and couldn't help but yawn. The thrilling experience for more than an hour really made him feel a little tired. Zhang Feng admired Zhang Li's attitude of not being arrogant and impetuous, and immediately said, now this place is going to be sealed off. It will be troublesome for you to walk home in the middle of the night. Let's take our car and I will let the driver send you off. Go back. Zhang Li is worried about how he should return to the city. Although he can spend some exploration points to buy a mountain bike in the mall, he can save money. There is really no need to spend precious exploration points on such things. Riding in Zhang Feng's special car, the car quickly disappeared outside of Huangkan. From tonight, this place will be completely listed as a restricted area. UB browser, shocked. An anchor of Tiger Shark TV discovered a hidden Japanese laboratory. Also discovered something unknown. The first hot search, a big discovery, a certain anchor discovered a mysterious case that has been in the dust for many years when he explored the deserted village at night. Penguin News, a story that an anchor had to tell in the biological laboratory decades ago. Early in the morning, Zhang Li was awakened by the ringtone of his cell phone. He was unable to receive even a text message in the past, but today he was killed in a series of calls, forcing him to get up and answer the phone. Hey! Zhang Li, you are awesome, I assigned you to go to Huangkan for live broadcast, and you made a bomb directly. Now you are really going to be on fire." There was a shout on the other end of the phone, and Zhang Le trembling quickly took the phone farther away. The live broadcast management of Huanding Media is divided into multiple project groups. There is a game group that specializes in recruiting game gods, a goddess group where various girls get together, and a life group that eats, broadcasts and cooks, and finally is the outdoor group where Zhang Le is located. The management team leader of the outdoor team is the one who called Zhang Le right now. The other party's name is Xiang Haojia. He gave Zhang Le the idea of expedition to Huangkan last night. Luck, luck. Zhang Le yawned. Luck is also a kind of strength. Then Huangkan doesn't exist in just a few days, and there are many anchors who have been live there. Why did you find those things? Xiang Haojia smiled. Well, you are here. I did a good job this time. The enthusiasm has risen to the point where the company can support you. I will give you a day off and come to the company to report tomorrow. I will arrange a new show for you to try to stick to the fans who pay new attention to you. Thanks. Zhang Le hung up the phone and immediately got up to turn on the computer. In this era, webcasting has become a very normal thing. The traffic power and influence of some top anchors can even surpass ordinary stars and are comparable to first-line stars. In addition, the threshold of becoming an anchor is very low, which leads to the extreme flooding of the anchor industry, and it is very difficult to burst into flames without achieving program effects. A number of major internet companies have created a hot list of anchors based on the statistics of big data. The rankings are used to determine how popular an anchor is on the domestic internet today, and which position is ranked. Among them, the anchor popularity list produced by Penguin is the most convincing, and Zhang Le usually checks his ranking on this list. You have advanced so much. Zhang Le was startled. In the past, his rankings were all ups and downs between 8 and 9,000, and he had never made 5,000. Unexpectedly, the live broadcast last night directly caused his popularity ranking to be within 1,387. This kind of popularity can be regarded as a second-rate anchor. However, you must know that Huangkan is just a small place. As long as Zhang Le has enough exploration points, he can even buy Atlantis, Maya civilization, Qin emperor's tombs, and many legendary Tibetans in the Lost Lands. Treasure map. If this is an adventure past, let alone the first domestic anchor, he can even hit the world and become a world-renowned adventure star. The real adventure hasn't started yet. Zhang Le looked at his ranking and smiled. After completing the task of investigating Huangkan last night, the spree gave some good things. Among them, the one that satisfies Zhang Le the most is the Sky Eye Live camera. This is a metal ball the size of a lychee. On the surface, there is a camera that can shoot 8K image quality. It also has super night vision, triple anti-shake, and precision. Powerful functions such as focusing and preventing overexposure. When activated, it will float in midair, automatically take pictures and transmit them to the live broadcast room, eliminating the cumbersome use of Zhang Le to control mobile phone shooting by hand. It is simply a live broadcast weapon that frees hands. Huangkan's discovery of what used to be a Japanese laboratory has greatly attracted many adventure enthusiasts across the country, but because the detectives have surrounded the entire Huangkan as a national forbidden area. These people lost the opportunity to enter Huangkan to see the Huang Mansion with their own eyes. Therefore, these people can only satisfy their desire for adventure by constantly reviewing Zhang Le's live broadcast that night. The name Zhang Le has been remembered by many adventure enthusiasts and left a deep impression on him. Dongjiang TV Station. The director is not good. The captain touching Jin who promised us earlier has something wrong, and there is no way to come to take part in the filming of tomorrow's show. Qian Bin hurried into the director's office and shouted anxiously. The Taiwanese leader Sun Mao, who was drinking tea, was taken aback, his expression changed from calm to anxious. What happened? Why did the good guys have an accident? The other party said that he went to the tomb yesterday and injured his leg. He couldn't walk for at least half a month. He returned the liquidated damages to us. The director, you said I will find a lieutenant touching Jin where I will go temporarily now. It's really anxious. Dongjiang TV station is currently preparing a new large-scale variety show called Go Forward, Ace Tomb Robber Group. The program team rearranged the tombs that had been explored, made some mechanisms and secret passages, and then stored the target props in the deepest main coffin of the tomb, and invited 4 popular stars and a flying guest to form a tomb robber group, to launch variety activities in the form of completing tasks. The 4-star program groups have already been invited, and the first flight guest invited a well-known Jin school lieutenant in the southeast region. The program group has already brought this person to this program through a large number of advertisements. I want to use this identity as a gimmick as a hot spot to attract more fans' attention. Everything was ready, and the show was about to start shooting tomorrow. As a result, the captain who touched the gold at this crucial point actually injured his leg. This is simply where to go. Sun Mao's face was serious, and he tapped on the table with his fingers uncontrollably. At this moment, the web news that popped up in the lower right corner of the computer screen caught his attention. The young anchor is actually from an ancient adventure family. He explores the lost ancient village late at night and discovers the shocking secrets in the history. Below the headline Party News, the picture with the picture is Zhang Li's photo. It's just not a passport photo, but a screenshot of the face in the live broadcast room last night. Oh! Sun Mao opened his eyes, and an idea suddenly appeared in his mind. As the director of a TV station, Huang Kun, the hottest news today, Sun Mao is naturally concerned. It is impossible not to know. Sun Mao said, I think otherwise. You can invite this anchor over to replace that Lieutenant Touchjin as a flying guest. Anchor. Qian Bin turned his head and looked at the news on the computer. I also watched this in the morning, but can this person be just a small anchor? I'm afraid he won't have enough knowledge, so I will start shooting at that time. Affect the variety show effect. Idiot, you can't wrap it up for him. If you see this news, even this kind of small media knows to help this person fabricate an identity to create a bigger eye-catching hot spot. You don't know how to use your brain and imitate it. Qian Bin suddenly realized it and said with a smile, I get it. Good idea, director, it's you. It shouldn't be too late, I will contact him now. Zhang Li's overnight explosion made him immediately taken seriously within Huanding Media. Many live broadcast resources have been signaled by the upper level to lean towards Zhang Li. As long as the company is willing to spend money to support it, Zhang Li may not be able to become more popular. Since then, he has squeezed into the echelon of first-class anchors, and monthly income of 1 million is not a problem. Xiang Haojia was sitting in her office looking at the documents. Zhang Li was a hit overnight and gained countless fans. At this time, it is natural to add another fire to stabilize the heat and prevent the loss of fans. No, he is now thinking about what live broadcast program will be arranged for Zhang Li tomorrow. Since Zhang Li is famous for outdoor adventures, the follow-up live broadcast route and content must also follow this general direction in order to consolidate the fan base. The office buildings where blood-clothed ghosts are rumored, the construction sites where there are frequent accidents, the school where the piano sounds at midnight, the haunted house in the underworld, and the cursed abandoned hospital in the mirror. Which one is better for Zhang Li to choose? Xiang Haojia he pinched his chin and thought. At this moment, the phone on his desk rang suddenly. Hey, this is Huanding Media. Xiang Haojia answered the phone and said. Excuse me, is Mr. Zhang Li here? He is on vacation today and is not in the company. I am his team leader. Tell me if you have anything. It's the same. Xiang Hojiadeo. Okay, I'll just say it straight. My side is the program group of Dongjiang TV station. We have an outdoor variety show to start shooting tomorrow. We plan to invite Mr. Zhang Le as a flying guest to participate in the filming of the first phase of our show. Does Mr. Le have a schedule? Hey! Xiang Haojia was taken aback. Dongjiang TV station? That's a provincial-level TV station. The heavyweight is second only to the national level. Such a heavyweight presence actually invites Zhang Le to shoot variety shows? It seems that Zhang Le didn't just explode overnight, but ascended to heaven on a rocket overnight. Zhang Le is an anchor in his group. If he is famous, he is the one who brings the benefits. How could Haojia refuse such a good thing? He quickly agreed, some, and the schedule is full. Then please tell Mr. Zhang Le, come to Dongjiang TV station to sign the contract before 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. We will pay 500,000 yuan for the appearance. As soon as the voice fell, the phone was hung up by the other end. Xiang Haojia happily squeezed the microphone, and couldn't help but mutter to herself, I posted it, this time it is really posted. The anchor is on a provincial variety show. I have never seen this in any first-class anchor. Zhang Liu, you are really going to be hot this time. He quickly took out his cell phone to call Zhang Le, and Xiang Haojia told him about the matter. At the same time, he hurried out of the office to report the matter to his boss. According to the reputation of the anchor, the income contract is different. The bigger the anchor, the higher the income, and the more benefits in the contract. On the contrary, the treatment of small anchors is very poor, and some of them are not enough for 1 month's living expenses. Before Zhang Le experienced the Huangcan incident, his reputation was very low. He signed the most common Class C contract with Huanding Media, which lasted only 3 years. The day of calculating this contract is approaching, but Zhang Le suddenly exploded in this period. It is obvious that the previous contract is no longer suitable for him. If you want to keep this potential seed to become a major anchor, replace him. A sufficiently generous contract is bound to be a top priority. This is what Xiang Haojia will do. Zhang Le has been living for more than 20 years, and never thought that one day he would be invited to participate in a program, or a program organized by a provincial TV station. All previous programs of this TV station have enjoyed simultaneous broadcasts on YouCow.com, with a comprehensive broadcast frequency of more than 100 million, which can be said to be a very large traffic platform. And Zhang Le, who participated in the show as a flying guest, will be able to see him on this variety show at that time. As long as he can perform well, he will surely gain a wave of fans by then. This is what many anchors dream of. Looking at the logo of Dongjiang TV station not far away, Zhang Le paid the car and walked out of the taxi. At this moment, a girl with ponytails standing in front of the TV station ran over immediately and asked a little uncertainly, "Is it Mr. Zhang Le?" Zhang Le nodded, "It's me. Mr. Zhang Le, please come with me. Our director is already waiting for you inside." Followed this girl all the way into Dongjiang TV station and took the elevator to the 3rd floor. The entrance here is a 100 square meter transparent glass conference room. Standing outside, you can see that there is a leader sitting inside at this moment. Man! When Zhang Le walked in with the girl, the person immediately got up and smiled, "It's Mr. Zhang Le. My name is Qian Bin. I'm the director of the planning department. I will be in charge of this new variety show this time." Zhang Le said, "Hello, hello. Believe the specific things that Mr. Xiang has already told you. This variety show we are doing is called Go Forward, Ace Tomb Raiders. The shooting time is 3 days and 3 nights, and we need to go out Hymingsen. The city was shot, and the location of the event was also there. This variety show is different from all the variety shows on the market. It is a live broadcast and interacts with netizens all over the country, which is unique. Mr. Zhang only needs to perform some of our scripts and filming requirements to perform. If you think it's okay, sign the contract now." Qian Bin took out a contract and handed it to Zhang Le. The contract stated that Zhang Lui's appearance fee for the filming of the variety show was 500,000 yuan, including a personal accident insurance. Zhang Le took a closer look and confirmed that there was no pitfall before he got the pen sign. The contract? 500,000, in the past, he couldn't make so much without eating or drinking for 4 years. Well, Mr. Zhang, we should not be too late. The filming of the show starts at 9:30. It is almost here. Please go to the dressing room to adjust your image. Someone will take you to the scene later. Qian Bin reached out and talked to Zhang. Le shook his hand and left the meeting room immediately. Dongjiang TV station has rich financial resources. When Zhang Le was taken to the shooting scene, he discovered that the 4 popular stars he was partnering with this time were unexpectedly. Liu Shuer, a newcomer in the women's group, is good at singing and dancing, and her sweet and white face is called a primary school girl on the internet. Sun Lei, a well-known film and television actor, has appeared in many classic police and criminal films. Gao Peng, a newly retired basketball player, quickly became a variety show star with his strong physique and strength, relying on the person Hercules to become popular. Zhao Daiyai, a part-time all-round star in singing, acting, variety shows, and live broadcasting, covers a wide range, but he is most famous for his humor. He has always been the joy of the team. Standing next to these 4 stars, Zhang Le immediately felt like a transparent person, and all the scenes on the scene were placed on the 4 of them. After the variety show was officially opened in the live broadcast room on the internet, the barrage in the live broadcast room exploded in an instant. At least tens of thousands of barrage screens drifted by crazy, and the entire live broadcast room was almost stuck. Zhang Le stiffly greeted the camera, and admitted that he was the Captain Mojin invited by the program team. This time, he brought an ancestral treasure map and prepared to invite the Ace tomb robbers to explore together. This is the script setting of this show. Zhang Le only needs to follow the manuscript given to him by the previous staff. As soon as this remark came out, there was naturally another sensation in the live broadcast room. Originally, if you were to find someone who didn't know anyone to say this, the audience who watched it would definitely subconsciously think it was fake, and it was the script of the show crew. But what kind of person is Zhang Le? He personally entered Huang village and discovered the secrets hidden in the Huang mansion. When many people saw him, they would feel that this guy must be really dangerous, and the sense of substitution would increase instantly. Phew! This kind of effect is naturally what the program team would like to see. After a conversation, members of the tomb robber rushed away from the scene, stopped a taxi and rushed directly to the airport. According to the treasure map that Zhang Le took out, the site of this expedition was in a small town named Jiangsu Town near the Kunlun Mountains in the north. With the advance arrangement of the program group, Zhang Le and the others don't need to spend any more time buying air tickets. They boarded a plane directly and got seated in the first class, which can be described as a ferry treatment. On the side, the cameraman in charge of the shooting tracked the whole process, except for Zhang Le and others to go to the toilet, not missing a little detail. In a tense atmosphere, the plane took off quickly and left the city soon. Zhang Le, who was sitting alone by the window, took the Sky Eye broadcaster out of his pocket and quietly activated it. The contract Qian Bin signed for him did not say that Zhang Le would not be allowed to start the live broadcast. This was a great opportunity for him to attract fans in the live broadcast room, and Zhang Le would naturally not miss it.